Hi, I'm KK Ong, founder and digital strategy lead at digitalreality.group. I'm here to share my experience delivering AI and workflow automation programs. First, a bit of background on data and business health. Just by changing the way we look at data and our relationship with it, that can reshape the way we make business decisions. As the amount of data explodes due to the explosion of computing, internet usage, and sensors, machine intelligence is also accelerating. Back in the 90s, it took 20 years for Watson to beat humans in the game of Jeopardy. But recently, AlphaGo Zero took only 3 days to learn and beat the previous AlphaGo, which defeated an 18-time world Go champion in a complex game of strategy and wits. Also, access to machine intelligence services is also getting cheaper, meaning your competitor can tap on this resource easily via the likes of AWS, Azure, or even Ali Cloud. Data today is no longer limited to information in Excel tables. Big data now means huge volumes of data from a variety of formats, like pictures and unstructured social media posts, passing through business at high velocities. That's why they call it the three V's for volume, variety, and velocity. Most importantly, data insights enable management to make powerful data-driven decisions without the weight of human subjectivity or bias. Our mission at Digital Reality Group is to help businesses access and use data in new ways to drive transformation and innovation. Stay 3 steps ahead and continue to be in business. Defend market share, take market share, or create new markets. This maturity model helps show where your organization is in the analytics journey. A level 0 organization is always fighting fire, reactive, behind the curve. It's not even in the chart. Level 1 organizations is able to understand what is currently happening and have real-time info, no lagging finance or operating reports. Level 2 organization understands the root cause of why something is happening. A level 3 benchmarks, shoots for next level performance, reinventing all the time. The level 4 organization can predict what's going to happen tomorrow and the day after with a high level of confidence and knows the root causes for the prediction. Level 5 organization can simultaneously act on that prediction, steering their operational value chain, mitigating predicted risks, or capitalizing on expected opportunities. Many organizations have varying magnitudes of different levels in the mix. Now a bit of introduction of who I am. I graduated from Mechanical and Production Engineering with electives in Contract Law, Human Resource Management and Economics. Spent my whole life delivering technology-leveraged projects. In Singapore Airlines, a Fortune 500 service icon, I learned the culture of constant innovation and thinking without boundaries. We now have a boutique team of driven professionals dealing with building AI and automation center of excellence, delivering innovation incubators, and near-sourcing cloud professionals to Southeast Asia, saving big money due to high Australian labor costs here. My first AI project was in 2002, Singapore Airlines. Say you're a lobster farmer in Cairns, Australia, and the freight needs to be delivered to a restaurant in Cologne, Germany. Whilst our competitors take over 3 days to confirm the entire 4-leg route across the world, including special handling, our system can do that in 45 seconds, offering a competitive air freight rate for any point of time in the future. We combine 2 major airlines networks, make 6 million city pair pre-calculations nightly, and predict future pricing collaborating with the best brains from Stanford University. In 2010, Being a fairly new migrant in Melbourne, I pioneered a new mission-critical service management ecosystem for the Country Fire Authority. Our steer clear capability gives advance warning when the service is about to fail, not when it fails. Visual light capability allows busy comms officers to suss out issues very quickly just by glancing shapes and colors. Smart charge capability ensures that taxpayers' money is put to the greatest use, as we don't have to pay for failed service levels. Recently at V-Line Regional Trains, our team built an AI ecosystem combining twin engines of performance, prediction and steering. The prediction engine predicts future performance within a very narrow margin of error, about 2 to 3% for punctuality of trains. The second engine, steering, is the capability to orchestrate processes on the ground using a custom designed mobile app. Now a bit of definition of AI and machine learning to build the context for our topic. A wise man once said, AI and automation is like teenage sex. Everyone thinks everyone else is doing it, but nobody is doing it properly. As in real life, intelligence has many tiers, from basic ability to do things without being told, to being very good in a particular task, to being able to predict things accurately. Artificial intelligence to me is simply the science of making machines do things as if done by an intelligent person. Machine learning (ML) is a subset of the AI ecosystem, merely a software tool that leverages upon self-learning codes, relying on patterns and inference instead of specific instructions. Big data is a large collection of data, including non-traditional formats, leveraged to take your business to the next level. A typical AI ecosystem has 6 core divisions that are uniquely different but works with each other to generate business value. First is autonomous systems. This is where hardware or software operate almost independently with advantages in terms of size, price, speed, objectivity, accuracy, robustness, reliability, and non-stop operations. In the software world, autonomous bots can replace entire teams of humans. My previous stint in a budget airline, 4 bots replaced 600 offshore call center staff for price beat guarantee automation. Second is predictive analytics. How will my supply chain hold up next month or quarter? Will this project complete on time? How much will my train service degrade due to the combination of 2 seasonal events? Can I offer discounted rates via my crowd steering app to flatten my peak curve to reduce the chance of traction engine burnout in trains? This is a huge area, but I will have to move on, be conscious of time. Third, expert systems. Mechanizations of specialized knowledge, leveraged as decision support. This is not new, the only difference is the costs are coming down. Beyond business sector expertise, there are cross-industry skills like risk management, innovation delivery, process assurance and steering, etc., which can be deemed the lubricants of operations. Some expert systems has grown up from being lubricants to being the rocket fuel for business, for example, innovation harvesting and incubation. The fourth division is called software-human interface or interactions, where the machines of the digital world can consume information of the physical world far more accurately than humans. Like in machine vision, increasingly combined with natural language processing. An example of machine vision is a more accurate diagnosis of cancer looking at a particular MRI or graphical representation. They beat experts. This area also involves us, the humans, as the middlemen of the physical world interacting with the digital world. Very soon, When IoT or Internet of Things devices gain maturity, our status as middlemen will quickly be eroded. Fifth is hyper-personalization. In the old mass production world, one-to-many concept was king. However, due to availability of vast amounts of metadata or information fragments, the many one-to-one concept is rising to prominence instead. In retail, customers expect us to understand their unique wants and needs, then exceed them. The same trend is creeping into traditional businesses, even construction in areas we don't pay much attention to, like the IT service desk or HR counseling. Six, lucky last, is an emerging area not very well known at the moment. Virtual multipliers are digital worlds where value add can be done much faster and better than the physical world. And I don't mean Zoom or Teams. A first mover from Europe, my old friend Professor Eddie Obeng pioneered a fully virtual working platform, showing that 300+% of productivity increase is possible in a 3D on 2D metaverse or digital world. No goggles required. Big boys like Glaxo, Harley-Davidson, and NHS in UK has tasted its power. It's so popular there's a 3-month queue to use its Cube platform. Underpinning the 6 divisions of AI Center of Excellence are 3 very critical enabling pillars. Number 1, process reengineering. Dealing with how value is created, core processes needs to change as technology opens new possibilities. Changing core processes are not as easy as it seems. 2, data engineering, which governs how data is harvested, curated, and utilized, basically the data supply chain. 3, cultural transformation, which underpins the politics of change. This is very important. Now to the real world lessons. Number 1, always start where there is pain. Be on the ground, understand real issues instead of starting with theory and using it to find problems. Real world lesson number 2, deliver value quickly instead of perfecting your own product. Do not go plate it. Do not try to solve everything. Don't try to boil the ocean. Start small, solve small chunks of a problem. Start with a proof of concept or a minimum viable product. Lesson number 3, do not underestimate the time and politics required for process re-engineering and culture change elements supporting that. Allow sufficient time to get processes re-engineered well, drive participation and ownership. Process engineering and cultural support, when done well, underpins the longevity of your AI project outcomes. 4, when you buy a house, you're told location, location, location. For AI projects, it's data, data, data. Budget for enough time to fix data integrity issues. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. The real challenge here is data ownership and politics. In the ideal world, we'd like to decarbonize or take away human factors and automate the data supply chain. Use data that has least human touch for your starter projects. Lesson learned number 5. Take everyone on the journey. Plan and deliver a roadmap for all. Plan something for everyone because those left out will add unnecessary strength to political headwinds. At the tactical level, plan for knowledge transfers early so that activity doesn't become a rushed afterthought. Number 6, in the area of predictive analytics and machine learning, do not set and forget develop algorithms. Always monitor model performance, checking the size of false positives and false negatives, as algorithm performance may decay when environment changes. Number 7, mentoring too early in the data science journey. There will be lots of eager self-starts asking to be mentored. Advice to kind people: keep your eyes on the ball, focus on the game. Mentorship is better when core team is most experienced. Number 8, be careful with RPA, or robotic process automation. RPA can be a double-edged sword. The threat with RPA is automating bad processes, aka doing wrong things faster. And don't be like Bandit Bobby, providing quick bandit solutions by automating inefficient processes. Also, mind your costs. RPA is not cheap. UiPath and Attended Robot can cost approximately US $8,000 a year. There are open source alternatives, for example TechUI from Singapore, and recently Microsoft Power Automate is also in the game. Finally, some final lessons learned. The bottleneck is often not tech anymore, it's people and its culture. It's very tempting to focus on system upgrades and ignore systems of work re-engineering, which is where the real payoff is. Often neglected is human and machine interface design. UI and UX design excellence can be the difference between implementation success and failure. Go beyond off-the-shelf products. Partner research organizations to carve your own unassailable lead. Off-the-shelf products gives you off-the-shelf results. Genuinely invest in talent for curve jumps. Nothing like fresh blood to invigorate the masses. Piecemeal implementation always costs organizations more, not less. Create your own AI and automation center of excellence, innovation incubation labs to break new ground. Remember not to make the mistake of focusing only on costs instead of cost benefits. The presentation today is of course just the tip of the AI iceberg. Please feel free to keep in touch. Look me up to explore new opportunities and co-create this fast approaching future. Thanks for listening.